The next note related to velocity and acceleration, what we have seen is V bar is equal to velocity, which is dr bar by dt, and a bar is d2r by dt square, which is nothing but dv by dt. So there are two different components connected to velocity, or you can say acceleration. One of the component related to acceleration is called as tangential component, and another one is called as normal component. So in the coming few examples, what we are going to deal with, we may be required to implement these all concepts so as to get the calculation as per the required result. So the note number 1 says that the tangential component of an acceleration is given by a suffix t. This represents the tangential component, which is nothing but the dot product of a bar, that is acceleration, along with a t cap. Now what is this t cap? T cap is the unit tangent vector to the curve at given time t. T cap is nothing but the unit tangent vector to the given curve at time t, which is defined as t cap is equal to dr bar by dt upon mod of absolute value of dr bar by dt, or magnitude of dr bar by dt. But what is dr bar by dt? It is actually nothing but the velocity, which is denoted by v bar. So I can say that t cap is equal to v bar upon magnitude of v bar. And what is a bar? The acceleration. It is d2r by dt square. So whenever we will be asked to find out the tangential component for the acceleration, it will be given by at, a suffix t, which is a bar dot t cap. The normal component of acceleration is given by an, which is magnitude of t cap cross a bar. See, in cross product, we have to maintain the sequence or the order, because vector triple product or the cross product is usually the uh, vector quantity, and it cannot be, it is not commutative. So I cannot write this as a bar cross t cap. It should be t cap cross a bar. And that normal component of acceleration is denoted by an. This is actually the determinant, what you can say, or the magnitude, which is written as t cap cross a bar. So in the coming few examples, we will be trying to simplify as per the given question the quantities which will be associated with the velocity as well as the acceleration. Example number 1, this is very important one. A particle moves such that its position vector is given by r bar is equal to cos omega t I plus sin omega t j, where omega is a constant, and show that the velocity v bar of a particle is perpendicular to r bar. The very first result, particle moves such that its position vector is usually given by r. We have seen the distance OP, where O is point of reference and P is particularly any point at X, Y, and Z. So this particular distance is given by r bar, which is identified or called as a position vector. So particle moves such that its position vector is given by r bar is equal to cos omega t I plus sin omega t j, where omega is constant. Show that velocity v bar of a particle is perpendicular, acceleration a bar is directed towards origin and has magnitude proportional to the distance, r cross v is constant vector. So here, if you see or observe properly, we are having only the two components, that is I as well as j. The third component k bar is missing. That means it is only acting along a plane where you have only I bar as a unit vector along the x-axis, j bar as a unit vector acting along the y-axis, right? The third component, that is k bar, which is acting along the z-axis, is absent over here. So accordingly, given r bar is equal to cos omega t I plus sin omega t j, I am interested in calculating the velocity v bar. Now velocity v bar is nothing but dr bar by dt. So you calculate the derivative. Dr bar by dt is nothing but velocity v bar. Derivative of cos omega t is minus sin omega t into omega into I bar plus omega cos omega t into j bar. Acceleration is derivative of velocity, that is dv by dt, or you can say it as d2 r bar by dt square. So accordingly, I write this as minus omega square cos omega t I minus omega square sin omega t j. Now, firstly, whenever I have to show that velocity for a given particle is perpendicular to r bar, we have discussed in dot product that scalar product or the dot product comes out to be 0. Then we say that they are perpendicular to each other because cos 90 is 0 and dot product is nothing but a bar dot b bar is ab cos theta. So accordingly, whenever we are able to show that dot product is 0, that means the angle between the two vectors is 90 degree, means they are perpendicular to each other. So whenever we have to show that it is perpendicular, we try to calculate the dot product. So take the dot product r bar dot v bar. R bar is the original one, the vector which is written as cos omega t I plus sin omega t j multiplied by or taking the dot product with v bar. What is v bar? Minus omega sin omega t I plus omega cos omega t j. I dot I will be 1, j dot j will be 1. So cos omega t into minus omega sin omega t plus cos omega cos omega t into sin omega t. Accordingly, it is with opposite sign. So I dot I will be 1, j dot j will be 1. Opposite signs, the same terms will cancel each other, and therefore we get r bar dot v bar is equal to 0. When the dot product is 0, we say that the vectors are perpendicular to each other. So first result we are able to get, r bar is perpendicular to v bar. Now I have to show the second one, that acceleration a bar is directed towards the origin. Means if it is having the negative sign, I will say that the direction is opposite and magnitude is proportional to the distance from origin. Whenever you say that a is proportional to b or a is directly proportional to b, it is nothing but a is equal to any constant multiplied by b. So whenever I am able to express a quantity a equal to constant multiplied by the other quantity, then I can say that quantity a is proportional to b, and that is what we will be trying to obtain over here. Now consider the acceleration, that is a bar. A bar is nothing but minus omega square cos omega t I minus omega square sin omega t j. So this is minus omega square into, what is the term remaining in the bracket? Cos omega t I plus sin omega t j, which is simply r bar. So I am getting a bar is equal to minus omega square I bar, which implies that the acceleration is directed towards origin. Why? Because it is minus sign. A bar is equal to minus omega square r bar. So it shows that it is directed towards the origin. In general, or from origin we initiate the position vector, but it is showing minus sign, that means it is coming towards the origin. Calculate the magnitude. Mod of a bar is equal to mod of minus omega square r bar. Minus omega square will give you omega square multiplied by magnitude of r bar. So I told you that quantity a is equal to constant into b. That means a is proportional to b. So since omega is constant, which shows that magnitude is proportional to the distance from the origin. What is r bar? R bar is nothing but the distance which is calculated from the origin. So that is how we try to calculate the, or try to show the second quantity. The third one is r bar cross v bar. What is r bar cross v bar? It is cross product. So the cross product is nothing but determinant I, j, k. First row will be the components of the vector r bar, that is cos omega t sin omega t. As the third component is absent, we take the coefficient as 0. Second row will be v bar. V bar is nothing but the component of the velocity. So it is minus omega sin omega t, omega cos omega t, and 0. Try to simplify this determinant, solve it, you get the answer as omega into k. That is k is the unit vector, right? So I multiplied by this will be 0, minus j multiplied by also it will be 0, and only we are left with omega into cos square omega t plus omega into sin square omega t. Sin square omega t plus cos square omega t is 1, and therefore I am left with, it is k multiplied by omega, and that is how we get the r bar cross v bar. And this was the last quantity which we have to show that it is a constant vector. Omega is constant, k is the unit vector. So omega into k cap, this is the final answer. R bar cross v bar is nothing but the constant vector. The similar a kind of example which is based on the fundamental theorem of the differentiation for the vectors. Du bar by dt is given to you as omega bar into u bar. Dv bar by dt is given to you as omega bar into v bar. Then prove that d by dt of u bar cross v bar is omega bar into cross u bar cross v bar. So we try to prove that d by dt of u cross v is applying the product rule, first into derivative of second, second into derivative of the first. But what is dv by dt given to you? Dv by dt is given to you as omega cross v. Du by dt is given to you as omega cross, what it is given to you? Omega cross u bar. So accordingly I am getting here u bar cross omega cross v, w cross u cross v, because this is given. Now applying the vector triple product and the expansion formulae, I am getting the result as w dot v into u bar minus u bar dot w into v bar. So accordingly we will be simplifying and getting down the answer, but this is not directly giving you the expected result, so call it as equation number 1. Secondly, I consider the given RHS of the given term. This is LHS what we have considered and try to simplify. Now consider the RHS of the given expression, which we have to show that they are equal. Apply again the expansion formulae. Then from equation 1 and 2, I can say that LHS is equal to RHS. So whatever I have to prove, I start with LHS, use the fundamental theorem, that is product rule, for the differentiation of the vectors u bar into derivative of the v bar plus derivative of u bar cross v bar. Whatever values are provided for du by dt and dv by dt, we substitute them. It transforms into the form that is vector triple product of three vectors. Simplify them with the help of the expansion formulae. Whatever is the result, term it as equation number 1. Now consider the RHS of the given result, what we have to show. The RHS is nothing but w cross u cross v. Again expand them using the expansion formulae, simplify them, term it as equation number 2. From equation 1 and 2 we get d by dt of u cross v is equal to w cross u cross v, and that is how we will be able to see in between wherever it is omega or w dot u and here you are getting u dot w, we know that dot product or the scalar product is commutative, so we need not have to worry in those cases. Only we have to be careful in cross product, because cross product or the vector product is not commutative. So that is how we again try to simplify or prove with the second example, which was bit mathematical, that is these conditions or values are given to you and certain result has to be proved. The next problem wherein we are provided with the values. A particle moves along the curve x is equal to 2t square, y is equal to t square minus 4t, and z is equal to 3t minus 5, where t is the time, t is the parameter time. Find the component of its velocity and acceleration at time t is equal to 1 in the direction of I bar I cap minus 3 j cap plus 2 k cap, or you can call it as I bar minus 3 j bar plus 2 k bar, right? So in this example we are provided with the values of x, y, z in form of parameter or time t, and we are asked to find the component of velocity and acceleration at time t equal to t in the direction of I minus 3j plus 2k. Kindly remember here the language of the question, wherein you have to calculate the component of velocity and acceleration in the direction of I minus 3j plus 2k. So accordingly you will be required to calculate the unit vector in the direction of this and then take the dot product. Now Given values or components are x is equal to 2t square, y is equal to t square minus 4t, and z is equal to 3t minus 5. So first I calculate or write down the position vector. So a position vector r bar of a particle is given by r is equal to xi plus yj plus zk. So r will be now written as, what is value of x? It is 2t square. What is value of y? T square minus 4t into j, plus value of z is 3t minus 5 into k. So how is r bar written as? It is 2t square I plus t square minus 4tj plus 3t minus 5k. What is velocity v bar? Velocity v bar is dr bar by dt. So that is given to you as 4t into I plus 2t minus 4 into j plus 3 into k. But this all components of velocity and acceleration are to be calculated at t is equal to 1. So I will be putting value for t is equal to 1. What is it? It is 4i minus 2j plus 3k. Similarly, whatever will be the velocity, its derivative again with respect to t shall give you the acceleration. So acceleration a bar is dv by dt, which is 4i plus 2j, and k component will be 0. Derivative of that will be 0 because it is constant. So dv by dt, which is acceleration, is 4i plus 2j plus 0k. At a t is equal to 1, still it will be 4i plus 2j. Now these all components of velocity and acceleration we have calculated at time t is equal to 1, but now they are to be done or evaluated in the direction of this particular vector. So I will now calculate the unit vector which acts along the direction of the given vector, and we call it as n cap. What is n cap? Vector upon its magnitude. And along with this particular unit vector, I will take the dot product of velocity as well as acceleration. So the unit vector along the direction of I minus 3j plus 2k is denoted by n cap, which is vector upon its magnitude. Now how to calculate the magnitude of any given vector? Under root of component of x square plus component of y square plus component of z square. So it is I minus 3j plus 2k upon under root of 1 square plus minus 3 square plus 2 square. So that is I minus 3j plus 2k upon under root of 14. That is how we calculate the unit vector along the direction of the given vector. So thus the component of velocity along this given direction is v bar dot n cap. V bar is what we have calculated velocity at t is equal to 1 dot this particular unit vector along the direction. Dot product is scalar quantity. So 4 into 1 plus minus 2 into minus 3 plus 3 into 2 upon under root of 14. So that answer comes out to be 16 upon root 14. Usually we do not keep the irrational number in the denominator. So it will be 16 root 14 upon 14. Simplify, you get the answer as 8 root 14 upon 7. Also, the component of acceleration along that vector, a bar dot n cap. A bar dot n cap. So 4 into 1, 2 into minus 3, 0 into 2 upon under root of 14, negative minus 2 upon root 14 is the answer for that. So that is how we try to calculate the velocity component and the acceleration component in the direction of the given vector. This is what the different thing you need to remember in the language of the